Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the course of Digital Logic Design. Today we are starting with the first type of flip-flop, which is master-slave D flip-flop. Here we can see the logical diagram of a D flip-flop. The basic construction unit of this kind of circuit is a D latch. We have already discussed in last lectures what is a D latch and how it responds to the different data signals applied at its inputs. Let's review it back. Here we can see the internal circuit diagram of a D latch. Given a different input signals, let's analyze the outputs. If enable is equal to 0, whatever data is applied at D, output will not change. Then if enable is equal to 1 and D is equal to 0, output will be equal to 0. Similarly, if enable is equal to 1, D is equal to 1, output will be equal to 1. So we can say that in a D latch, when enable is equal to 1, the data available at D will be transferred to output Q. If data is equal to 0, output Q will be 0. If data is equal to 1, output Q will be equal to 1. Coming back towards the logical diagram of a D flip-flop. Here we can see that we have two latches. One is the master latch and another one is the slave latch. Fundamentally, we have two inputs. One is the data input and another one is the clock input. Clock input is applied to the first latch, then it is complemented through a NOT gate to the enable input of the slave latch. So let's consider different cases. For example, if initially the clock signal is equal to 0, so we have, for example, if we call it enable 1 and call this one is enable 2. So enable 1 is equal to 0, enable 2 is equal to 1. So we can see that the master latch is disabled and the slave latch is enabled. So at this case, the output Q will be equal to Y, because the master latch is disabled while the slave latch is enabled. Now in the second case, for example, if the clock signal changes to a level 1, so in this case enable 1 is equal to 1, enable 2 is equal to 0, and the output Y, because enable 1 is 1 equal to 1, now this latch is enabled and output Y will be equal to whatever data is available at D. At this case, we have a 0 input to this latch because enable 2 is equal to 0 and this latch is disabled. Okay. So in this case, we can say that the master latch is enabled and the slave latch is disabled. So for example, let we make the clock signal again 0. So what will happen? The enable 1 is equal to 0 again, enable 2 is equal to 1, and output Q now will be equal to Y. So again we can refer this property here. So what we can understand from this discussion? Given the clock pulse equal to 1, data is only transferred from D to Y, while this latch is disabled. Then when the clock pulse changes from positive to negative, data is transferred from Y to Q, because at that case Q is equal to Y. Similarly, this latch is enabled and the master latch is disabled. Now if the signal remains negative and data changes here at input, it will not be transferred to the output because this latch is disabled. So in this case, data is only transferred when a signal changes from positive to negative. That is why this latch is called a negative edge triggered D flip-flop. The graphical symbol of a D flip-flop is shown here. It resembles the graphical symbols of a D latch, but we have a triangle which shows that this circuit is triggered by an edge. This bubble shows that this one is a negative edge triggered D flip-flop. A negative edge triggered D flip-flop can be actively changed into a positive edge triggered D flip-flop just by putting a NOT gate at the input of the clock signal. When clock will be equal to 0, master latch will be enabled while slave latch will be disabled. So Y will be equal to D. Then in next phase, when clock is equal to 1, the master latch will be disabled because when seal key is equal to 1, enable will be equal to 0. So this latch will be disabled while the slave latch will be enabled. So at that case, the output Q will be equal to Y. So we can say that when signal change from 0 to 1, which is called a positive edge, data is transferred to output Q. So in this case, it is called a positive edge triggered D flip-flop. The graphical symbol of a positive edge D flip-flop is shown here. There is only one difference than the negative edge D flip-flop, that there is no bubble input here. So finally, we can see the characteristic table of a D flip-flop. Keep remember that Q of T is the current state of the flip-flop, while Q of T plus 1 is the next state of the flip-flop. So between this, at the other side, there is a change in the clock pulse. So it means that the flip-flop is triggered after this interval. So Q of T plus 1 is the next state of the flip-flop after the edge triggering. So when D is equal to 0, the output will be equal to 0. And when D is equal to 1, the output is equal to 1. And this triggering only happens at the positive edge of the clock pulse or negative edge of the clock pulse, rather than the signal levels such as we have discussed in the D latches. Thank you.